good morning.
Changing time zone. Changing time zone.
Enough not nonsense. Turn that off. So we're heading eastbound. I-40 here in Arizona. Mile marker 315. We're a little less than an hour away from the border with New Mexico. We are deadheading from San Luis, Arizona, basically at the very bottom southwest corner of Arizona, California, Mexico, Arizona, right in that little blob right there, just basically the south side of Yuma. Made my delivery yesterday morning. I got there just about 10:40. Right, even despite all the issues I had to get there. But we still made the delivery on the top. At the time I said I was going to be there. I said 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. Friday morning. I was there. I had to wait over an hour for the buyer to show up. So that wasted more of my time. My manager is deadheading me from San Luis, Arizona, all the way back up to Minnesota. That's almost 1,900 miles. But apparently that's a better thing to do. Because I guess there's nothing out this way for me to pick up, which doesn't make any sense, but whatever. Seems like a long way to go, empty. And even if there's something out this way that it really isn't paying, I'd rather lose a little than a lot. Yesterday, we started in Lake Havasu City at the pilot. There at exit 9. Went down 95, down to Yuma and San Luis, the passport site. Got down there, made my delivery. I said once I got the information, what I need to be doing, then it was out I-8, out to Gila Bend, took that up to Buckeye, over towards Phoenix on I-40, on I-10 I mean, sorry, on I-10. Took the 303 north Took that up to Flagstaff. Got here on the I-40. Took that to Winslow, which is where we stopped last night. Around just at 7 o'clock last night. Eastbound, right side, 321. I didn't sleep as well as I would like to have last night. Felt like I was up every 5-10 minutes. Did not sleep as well as I wanted, so we got a bit of a later start. About an hour and a half, hour and 40 minutes later start than I wanted this morning. I wanted to be up at 5 a.m., be on the road by 5:15, but I'm not going to drive sleepy. I'm not going to drive groggy. I'm not going to drive distracted or not fully aware of what I'm doing. So, blah, blah, blah. Didn't get the day started until basically 6:30. Done 66 miles so far today. Got about half an hour or so, something like that, to the border with New Mexico. I want to try to make a minimum to Hooker. They're in Oklahoma. And if I can make it up to Liberal, that'd be better, but 625 miles. I think we'll probably be stopping in Hooker for the night. I said Liberal would be a lot better. I mean, South Hutchinson would be fantastic, but there's no way in heck I'm making that. But, so we'll at least make it to Hooker tonight, which is about 624 miles. Tomorrow on Sunday, normally I'd be doing a reset, but I still have 41 hours on my clock at the moment because we were struggling all week. Here it is Saturday, we haven't even used a full 30 hours yet. So Sunday we'll go from Hooker. I want to try to make it to Story City, Iowa. If I can make it to that quick trip, Quick Star, Sunday evening, I'll be happy with that. I just need to be up as early as I can tomorrow because I want to get there, be able to have a parking space. That way I'm not trying to fight to find someplace at the last minute. But if I can get to that quick trip, they're in Story City Sunday afternoon, I'll be satisfied with that. Then we'll make the last bit of run in the morning up to headquarters, and we'll get things. We'll take care of anything we need to take care of there, and hopefully I'll have them load immediately. Don't want to be doing a reset at headquarters. If it happens, it happens. But I'd really just rather just get everything done and go. And there's only two reasons where I would need to be there for a full day and a half. One, they're gonna have a meeting with me and tell me I'm fired, which I doubt that. Whatever. And more than likely, if I do get stuck there, maybe I'll be moved into a new truck instead of being this old one that we're at 347,800 miles. So we had 348,000 miles by and a half by the end of the day today. So this run here, heading back to headquarters, and the next load puts this truck at 350,000. Which I wasn't supposed to be in this truck that long anyway. I was supposed to be in it for a month and a half until my truck, was repaired. But they gave that truck to somebody else. So we've been in this truck since May. It's been pretty decent. So the only part about it I really don't like is the color. That may be the only reason to be back there for any length of time. But like I said, hopefully I can just get a load, get everything done I need to get done there, and I'm gone by the end of the day. We will see. I said almost 1,900 miles of deadhead. Not exactly happy about that, but it's miles no matter what, so we get paid for it. Miles to Albuquerque. Then we got, got to get over to Santa Rosa, Tucumcari. And at Tucumcari, we'll get off of I-40. We'll get onto US 54. We'll get up past Nara Vista, Dalhart, Stratford. Then up to past Diamond to Hooker, there in Oklahoma. So an easy day. I've been this way so many times, I don't even really need to think about it. It's kind of just like an autopilot almost. But hopefully my manager is able to find me a load going down to and or through Atlanta. So I can stop by my sister's place, pick up the mail, blah, blah, blah. And at least we get out of the West. I've been out here for about a month. I've been out west, and I'm kind of sick of being out here. I understand things are not, there's just not millions of loads to pick from to go wherever you want. think about what the business needs, what our long-standing customers need. The practicality of doing business, profitability. We're just gonna. We can only complain so much. Yes, I would like to get out of the West, but if that's where the work is, that's where we go. And can we make up our mind what speed we're going to do? That's really annoying. Speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down, speed up, slow down. Make up your mind, Target. Ugh. But like I said, we're at least getting back to the east a little bit. A lot more population, a lot more things that need to be moved. So hopefully, we're not going to be. We're not going to deal with the heat we had there near Yuma. 110, 112 degrees. No, thank you. I'm not made for that. I can tolerate it a little bit, but I don't want to be doing that. All right, let's get out of these four-wheelers way here. Now that we can move over safely. There we go. But at least this way, like I said, we're going to be back in good, better weather. We're not going to be in the scrubby grassland, desert type environment anymore. I'm not made for that kind of stuff. I'm too much of a northerner, too much of a Yankee. I need green, I need grass, trees, water. I don't need rattlesnakes. I don't need Gila monsters. I don't need the kind of environment that's out here. It's not made for that. So, now, I'm not excited about deadheading almost 1,900 miles. Not on my top 10 list of fun. Good morning. I mean, driving empty is pretty almost tantamount to me not doing anything at all. It's just not my way of thinking about work. I'd rather have one cardboard box that weighs 2 pounds strapped to the trailer. At least that's doing work of some type. This is just a stopgap. But work is work, so as much as I may not like it, we're still going to do it like we're supposed to be doing it. Like a professional. Like I said, Monday morning we'll be in Grand Meadow, Minnesota. Hopefully I don't have to spend too much time there. And just get in and out, get to the next load, get back to working, make next week as productive as possible. All right, scale is closed. Thank you very much. not been a great week work-wise. So Friday, I got a load assigned, which would have taken me right back to the port in Tacoma, Washington. I was going to pit, I'm down in Caldwell, Idaho. So that's a full day's drive just to get back up to 540 miles. So that's a full day's drive back up to Tacoma. Well, it's the holiday weekend, so I was not going to get picked up on Monday. But I still wanted to get a lot closer, so Tuesday morning, I didn't have to spend a lot of time driving. I could have gotten a lot closer.
Changing time zone.
Basically spent maybe 1 hour in driving, get there, get loaded, and get out of there. I was going to pick up 2 mini excavators going to Colorado Springs, Colorado. I was looking forward to that. Get out of the western states, get into the mountain states, and at least be on the east side of the Rocky Mountains. So, here it is. I don't know, 1:30, 2 o'clock, I head out from Boise, Idaho. About 80 miles, 90 miles down the road, I get another message. That load cancels. We found another load back in Caldwell, Idaho to pick up on Tuesday. Okay, so now I gotta turn around and double back about 80 miles. So I get back to Caldwell, and that's where I stayed until Tuesday morning. Go pick up that load, had to get a wrecker to pull it onto the truck, onto the trailer, had to get a height pole escort, had lost an entire day for that, lost 2 wheels and 2 tires, had to wait to get that repaired. So just a very slow week, pain in the neck week, too many things going wrong, too many things getting in the way, interfering with me making it down the road. I mean, I'm gonna make more on deadheading, these couple of days here, these 3 days over the weekend, than I did all last week. Almost double. Which sucks. Which really, really sucks. I could have put, if it wasn't for the holiday, I didn't have the oversight of the load being the problem that it was. If I could have gotten on the trailer, and if I was legal size, I didn't have to wait, have to worry about the holiday, I could have been down there on Sunday. I could have made that delivery Sunday, and then Monday morning they could have found me a load. It's just a whole lot of nonsense going on. So the normal truck driver stuff. But like I said, last night I made it from San Luis all the way up to Winslow. I didn't get stopped until basically 7 p.m. I went inside the Flying J. I got myself a cup of hard-boiled eggs. I was just going to cut up some lettuce and some cheese and a couple of hard-boiled eggs and make a quick little, just fill you up type little, not even a full side salad, just lettuce, egg, and some cheese. A little bit of Italian seasoning on it, and I was going to call that dinner, but I didn't even get that far. I just put the eggs in the refrigerator, had my little baby white bath, and went to bed. You know, it's like I was just not feeling like I could even eat. Slept later than I wanted to because I needed to. I didn't sleep well last night, so 6:30 we got our day started. I had a strawberry milk, a bit of Powerade Zero, and I've had some beef jerky for quote-unquote breakfast so far today. Oh, man. So not exactly a not exactly in top form as it may be considered, but we're awake, we're aware, we're observant. We're going to be safe on the road today to get where we need to get to. I said I want to get up to the Loves there in Hooker, Oklahoma, which is about a 624-mile day. We've done 91.5 miles so far. So close to a sixth of my day is done. Or a tenth of my day. No. Yeah, a sixth of my day is done. Close to it. We're approaching it. But we're just gonna drive. I don't have to stop to do any load checks. I will have to stop, do a 30-minute break, but blah blah blah. We got at least an hour and a half before I do that. So when I do a 30-minute break, that'll give me 3 additional hours back onto my clock to drive. That'll be 8 hours for the day remaining. So we'll do our 30-minute break. Maybe Albuquerque, Moriarty, we'll see. Albuquerque is about a little over 2 hours away, about 2 hours, 20 minutes away. Dead area there for some reason. I said, we've been to New Mexico here in just. I said, we'll probably stop at on the west side of Albuquerque. We'll do our 30-minute break. That'll bring back 3 extra hours to drive for the day. We'll push on through Albuquerque, Moriarty, Santa Rosa, at Tucumcari. At Tucumcari, we'll get off I-40. We'll get onto US 54. Instead of going due east on 40, 54 will take us northeast. We'll go into we'll go up to Calda, we'll go through Nara Vista. That'll take us into Texas. At the very northwest, corner of the very top of Texas. Get through Dalhart, get through Stratford. That'll take us into Oklahoma. We'll get past Guymon. We'll get to Hooker for the night. Tomorrow, we'll follow that in, 400? We'll follow that over past Wichita. Work our way over to the I-35. And then we'll take 35 north through Missouri up into Iowa. I should be able tomorrow to get past Des Moines and to a little town north of Des Moines called Story City. I want to get to that quick trip / quick stop, quick start. Get there for Sunday night. And then Monday morning, roll into headquarters and we'll deal with everything we got to deal with there. Hopefully it's not a lot. So we're just about 2 miles away from the border. Get into New Mexico here. And I said, today we're going to make to Oklahoma. Tomorrow we'll make it to Iowa. Monday, Minnesota. And then I said, the less time I spend there, the better. Get my next load and run, because I want to get my next load or two delivered by the following Monday. That way next paycheck is going to be somewhat decent. This first week is going to be okay because of this 1,800, almost 1,900 miles of deadhead. At least I'm not sitting down in Yuma for a nice hot, blazingly hot weekend. 110, 112 today and tomorrow. I really don't want to be dealing with that. All right. 917.
Crossing border. Entering New Mexico.
Entering New Mexico. Yes. All right. So, when I actually get into Texas, then I will consider myself officially out of the West. The last time I was east, I picked up a truck there in Medina, Ohio, coming out this way. And since then I've been out, out west for well over a month. And it's like, I've had my fill. But at least this way, like my man supposed to have the load down to Atlanta. At least I can get through there again. And at least a little bit of change of scenery. Oh well, that's all. I got nothing to do but complain and complain and complain. So that's what I do. Hey, they got the rest area open again. Good. Not that I've ever stopped here, but at least it should be an option. I mean, even if they're doing work on it, repairing the facilities, the building, some of the roadway, leave the majority of it open so truck drivers can park. But no, they shut the whole dang thing down half the time. But at least it's open now. Alright, 106 miles is done. We've done a sixth of our day so far. That's been about an hour and a half. We've pretty much been very steady at 70 miles an hour. The rest of the day is pretty much like this, same kind of landscape for the most part.
Driver.
Once we get once we really pass into Kansas, we'll really see a more of a shift. Oklahoma's kind of on that border, but may not be as rocky, but it's going to be the same kind of a lot of the same kind of scrubby type environment. So really not till I get past Wichita will it really start to be a lot more trees, a lot more green, a lot more suburban type, close urban, rural. I guess kind of definition. It's rural, but it's close to the major, population centers. They will still be west of the Mississippi when we get up to headquarters, but it's going to be a little bit, a little bit more what I prefer. And when I get up to when I get up here to Iowa, you know, like I said, get to Story City, it's just going to be a lot nicer, a lot more comfortable at night, a lot more comfortable during the day. A couple of nights ago up in Idaho, you know, it was down near 50 degrees, so I pretty much had to turn the heat on in the morning to feel comfortable, which was nice. It wasn't blazing hot during the day. Oh well, you know, just complain. That's all I do. I don't actually do any work. I mean, I'm a truck driver. I do 15, 20 minutes to load, unload. The rest of the time, I'm just like an office worker. I'm sitting around doing nothing. Way station. Knock the camera around. Ah, well, so nothing too fantastic for the day. Tonight, I got one russet potato, I got carrots, I got onions. I'll see if I can pick up a little bit of celery. I have peas, I have corn. I have about 1.5 pounds of chuck roast. I'm going to put that in. I'm going to cut that up. I'm going to make a beef stew for dinner tonight. So all that in the Instant Pot. It ain't going to take that long, about half an hour, 40 minutes. If I can find some rolls or some biscuits, you know, little instant biscuits, I might put those in there, make that in the, put that in the oven. Way station is open. Because they got nothing better to do here in New Mexico. Since we do not have a pre-pass, we get to go in, blah, 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 blah. Now, the only time I've ever had to stop here, show papers, or even in any way park here was when I was at Tucker Freight last year, because I was having some mechanical issues. You know, other than that, I've always just sailed on through. You know, it's like, yeah, where's your papers? Okay, see ya. I've never been over the static scale here. Usually it's just, you know, here's my papers, blah, blah, blah. So this guy didn't even stop, you know, so. Which is just fine by me. I mean, Morning, sir. Thanks, sir. Good day. God bless. And I've seen that guy many, many times. He's he's a professional, you know, he's courteous, he's civil. He's never been rude to me. I mean, I think I've seen this guy maybe 9 times. I mean, always, like I said, civil, courteous, professional. He's not, it doesn't strike me as the kind of person that's trying to be a jerk, you know? And just doing the job, all your credentials are good. You got your New Mexico weigh and distance permit. You're good to go. Bing, bang, boom. You're in and out. So like I said, this way station, this quote-unquote port of entry, never really been an issue. Like I said, tonight I think like I said, if I can find some rolls or biscuits, you know, instant biscuits, I think I'll be making some beef stew for dinner tonight. That'll get that chuck roast cooked, because it needs to be cooked. I believe I have all the ingredients I need to make that, you know, so it shouldn't be an issue. Pick up a vegetable peeler, you know, there in Idaho, because the one I had broke. You know, it's like, yes, I can do it with a knife without problem, but it's just faster with a tool that's specifically designed to do that. You know, with a knife, I got a little bit slower, be a little more careful. Sometimes I don't even want to worry about it. I just want to lay it on there, zip through, done. It's held at the correct angle, 100% of the time. It just goes so much faster.
Speed limit reduced ahead.
Eastbound, right side. 14. I could have had your flashers on there, buddy. That would have helped everybody else out. Like I said, I really want to have the time to make some Swedish meatballs. But I do need a few ingredients to do that. So, you know, until I do get those ingredients, not really going to happen. So. All right, Gallup, New Mexico. Like I said, when I had that truck breakdown, you know, last year, when I was at Tucker Freight, called the office when I stopped at the weigh station. I lived up here to this Love's, parked it at the Love's, had to come down to the stupid Microtel, I think it was, or the Knights Inn, whichever one of them, I forget which one it was. And it was a crappy hotel. I'm not a fan of hotels no matter what. But parked there, just stayed there for a couple days. The next, what was that, Monday? Yeah, I think it was the weekend. I think it was Friday I had that issue. Monday, a record came got in my truck and trailer, dragged us all the way back to Albuquerque, put the truck into the shop there. I, of course, had to get an Uber and into a hotel. I was like 4 days, 5 days, some crap like that. It was ridiculous. I had never been in a hotel that much than when I was at that company. I mean, the company was good. I mean, they took care of me, but I had never been in hotels that much. 8 months. How ridiculous. One, two, 15 hotels. The truck was down. My downtime was like 40%. It was ridiculous. My downtime was 40% at that company. And it's like, man, I got paid for it, but still, it should not be that way. My first mistake was leaving Valley. My second mistake was not leaving Tucker to come straight back to Valley. I went over to Keith Thummel. It was an okay company, but it just wasn't for me. After 3 months, I couldn't do it anymore. I was sick and tired of the BS I was having to deal with. I was never comfortable. And I got to a point, like I said, 11 months after I left, this company, I left Valley. I told my wife, I said, I'm not happy here. I need to do this. She said, I want you to be happy. I want you to be, successful in what you do. So, yes, go ahead and go back to Valley. It's like, thank you. So I came back here, and I've been happy ever since. I've been back in Valley for I completed 6 months. This is the start of my 7th month back at Valley, and I've been happy since. I've not had the downtime that I've had at these other companies. I've not had the attitude problems that I had at Keith Thummel. I'm given the free to do things the way I know how to do them. I'm trusted to do my job properly. My trucks, when they have an issue with my truck, they're fixed so fast I don't have to be in a hotel. I mean, the only reason I was in a hotel back in May was because the front steer tire blew out. I went right into a guardrail, and the truck was damaged beyond what could be fixed in a weekend. But that wasn't just a crappy truck. I mean, it was a fairly brand new truck. But I was taken care of, so that's... My wife said, you better not consider moving anywhere else. I said, no. I learned a valuable lesson twice over. I have no desire to go anywhere. Why are we slowing down here? There's no... You couldn't use your turn signal, jackass? You're supposed to be slowing down on the ramp, not on the highway. You should use your turn signal. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Out here endangering people's lives because you don't want to drive. Ugh. All right. So we have a plan for the next couple of days. Monday I'll get back up to headquarters in Minnesota. Then I should get a load either to the Atlanta metro area or through it into South Carolina, Florida. So at least I'll be able to do some things that I need to do. Excuse me. And we'll just muddle through the best we can until then. So today is just a drive day. I don't have to stop for any load checks, which is nice. So here in about 25 miles, I would need to stop to check my straps and binders and all that. But since I don't have a load, I can just roll on and stop only when I absolutely need to. So I think I'll stop up here in Milan, whatever they want to call it. That's about another 50 minutes up the road. Just under an hour up the road. So I'll stop there, use the facilities, get another cup of ice for my water for the day, stretch the legs a little bit. I said I'm not in a rush, but I just want to do about 624 miles for the day. Tomorrow we'll do about 650-ish, maybe. Well, 600 something. Hooker to really, why is merging onto the highway such a difficult thing? You were in front of me. Put some gas in the engine. You live here. You know this stretch of highway is 65 miles an hour. You know it's the interstate. You know that trucks are on it. Why can't you accelerate? I don't understand. Why are people intentionally endangering my life and their life because they don't want to drive? I don't get it. It's not hard. I shouldn't have to avoid you. We should be able to drive on the highway together safely. Oh, now I'm doing 70 miles an hour now, and now you're going faster than 70. Why couldn't you do back there to merge on the highway safely? Oh, ridiculous. Learn how to drive, lady. Endangered my life, your passenger's life, all because you don't want to learn how to drive. And here you slow down next to two big trucks. People. plus years. Motor vehicles have been a thing for 100 plus years. Every single person in America, even the Amish, have seen cars, been in cars, and understand what can happen with an accident. It's not hard. It really isn't. It drives me crazy. Oh well. We'll just do the best we can with what we got. So like I said, this is pretty much our view until we start rolling down into Albuquerque. It's not going to change that much. It's only going to be more people and buildings. Then it'll go, once we get on the other side of the mountain, on the east side of Albuquerque, then we'll go back to a lot of the same kind of, landscape. Like I said, past Tucumcari into northern Texas, and there we're going to call it a day at Hooker. Tomorrow we should get north of Des Moines, Iowa, and then Monday morning roll into company headquarters, and hopefully Monday afternoon we're rolling out of there. I got more than a truck length, at least 4 or 5 flashes. Move over nice and gently, fully in our lane, 2 more flashes, then we turn off our turn signal. It's not hard to pass. That's how it should be done. At least a truck length, minimum. Let it flash so that everybody behind you can see you. Everybody to the lane you're going in can see you. That you're gonna move over. Move over nice and gently. I would have moved over a little bit slower, but I had this guy behind me kind of tailgating, so I want to be out of the way. Eastbound, right side, 31. Wearing a vest there, knucklehead. Put your triangles out a little bit better as well. At least this guy in this minivan saw what was going on and slowed down a little bit. Safety. He didn't lose anything by being safe. I didn't have to try to, worry about hitting somebody and hitting them. Everybody won. Everybody's a winner when you actually use your brain. Thank you, appreciate it. Man, that's surprising. California played on it. Actually, have some common sense. Well, that's kind of surprising for any state, somebody having common sense, but they're from California, I'm not a fan, so I'll pick on them. All right. So down towards Albuquerque, Santa Rosa, Tucumcari, Dalhart, Hooker. Easy day. No load to worry about at the moment. Other than that, That's about all I got. So I guess until later, stay safe. God bless. And we'll talk at you soon. Have a good one.